Hey everybody, it's Don from Donnelly's GameStop, back with a tutorial this time. Now, I've been kind of waiting for the Fallout 4 creation kit, because I've used the creation kits before. I've used the Skyrim creation kit before that. I used the G.E.C.K for both New Vegas and Fallout 3, which I did a lot more with. And for Fallout 4, I decided to make a mod that's based off a mod. I wanted to start with Fallout 3, but by the time I really got into it, I didn't really have the knowledge base that I do now, especially after some of the work I've done with Skyrim. These are some of the characters that I've already kind of put together. That's him a little bit more roughed up. I haven't decided which one I'm going to go with. But anyway, let's start the creation kit. I have it on my desktop, yeah. I've also got it as a, you go to Games, Add Non-Steam Game Library, Non-Steam Game to my library, and then I've got it there. But I'm just going to use the desktop shortcut. Now, if you've never used a creation kit before, there's a few things to learn. It's a little bit complicated. I wonder if I can go, see, it starts off a certain way, and it doesn't look like I can go back and reset the properties. But this is my layout. I like the object window on top. Then I've got my cell view. That's how you look at your different things. And layers is new, I believe. So I don't recall seeing layers before. So this is a new feature, mostly used with cells, it appears. You can drag and drop these guys like that. So you can move them around and get them you want. I kept these low because it used to be when you rolled over something, it would, yeah, I wouldn't always, let's see, there you go. See, and the notes were different in previous versions, so I'm just kind of used to doing it this way. Anyway, in order to start a mod or continue a mod, you want to go to Data. If you are starting a new mod, you want to double check Fallout 4 ESM as the master file. Then you just say OK, and it'll load up that. But in this case, I'm working on a mod I'm already working on, which is the Amanda Companion / Adventure / Deep Complicated Story / whatever. So we're going to go ahead and open up Amanda ESP. It's going to take a minute. They've changed a little bit. Some of it is really, really a lot better with the creation kit. I hope this isn't too boring as you wait. Now they have these little kind of floating tips. Hey, you can do this. You can do that. Did you know you could do this? So they're trying to make it more user-friendly, but yeah, it's not so it's not so simple, I'm afraid. It's still a very complicated software in a lot of ways, even though you know, I've used worse, like people complain maybe that there's too many of these things up here or something like that. Once you know what those are for, it makes more sense, but you know, in this case, it's not really that big of a deal, because we're not going to be touching that today. What we're going to do is we're going to do a character creation. This will be the main character, the protagonist, besides myself. Contains which generated warnings. Check the editor file, text warnings, whatever. I don't need to worry about that right now. Used to be warnings were really annoying, and it would like boop, and then you have to press OK, and then OK, and then OK, and then OK, and then it just does this. Don't expect there not to be warnings. There are always warnings. Creation kits are notoriously bad when it comes to the warnings. So these are some of the characters I've made. You'll notice I put a 0 in front of them because the 0 keeps it on top of the list. Very helpful if you're working on an actor in this case. Let's give you a quick tour, I guess. So you got actors, and those are your various characters in here. The many characters in the game are all actors, so you can go to actors. It's also got presets, you know, stuff like that. But that's a whole that's a whole nother matter. Most of this stuff you don't have to worry about. You don't really use it until you get into more advanced things. Here's your you know, advanced modding. I've done fairly heavy modding, so I kind of know how much that can be. So these are different notes, and they would go to your proper note place, and these are holotapes, ingredients. The ingredients are going to give you, well, there's not many ingredients, are there? Keys, leveled items. Now those are items that are going to be in concordance with your level. So if you have a leveled character, which I could hopefully remember how to do. Right now, I'm basically just doing design stuff. So magic would be stuff that is left over, but they're, in this case, in the use of Fallout, these are going to be different ways that you could die. Say the blood splatter, when they shoot the blood splatter, or how you die when you die from dismemberment, or ash pile on death, things like that. So, but that's, again, not something you need to worry too much about. Potions would be, in this case, would be various things that you can interact with, you can eat, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, miscellaneous values. This is all stuff that you pretty much aren't going to have to work too much with unless you get into, once again, more advanced mods. And even then, it's it's not a common thing. Yeah, plants, a variety of plants, world objects. Now, in the world objects, you're going to have your static. Like, say you were building a house or something like that, you'd want to use these static items. So you got architecture, effects, blah, 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 lights, things like that. Props, weapons. Yeah, okay, enough of all that. Let's get to actors, because that's what we're actually doing. And unless I'm adding inventory, I don't need to worry too much about items, although maybe I'll add some inventory just to show you. So I'm working on an actor, and this is going to be my main character. So I'm going to go to, now there's a couple of different ways you can do it. If you want to use a base, you can go to duplicate, in which case it will make one, and then it says duplicate at the end in order to not have the same form value, because each form has to have its own unique value. Otherwise, it confuses everything, so everything has to have its own unique value. So there's one of my bosses in this. These are some thugs. Long story. So we're going to make Amanda. Okay. So let's go to new. All right. And we're going to call her Zero Amanda. Okay. Very good. And I'm going to call her, this may or may not stick, but I'm going to stick with Amanda because that was the original concept of the character. Amanda Stickler. Stickler? No, I don't like Stickler. Amanda... DeWitt. Let's call her Amanda DeWitt. I like it. It's Amanda DeWitt. Short name, Amanda. Maybe used here and there or whatever. Now, most of this stuff you don't have to worry about too much unless there's a specific reason to add one of the things. Invulnerability, for instance, right? If you're invulnerable, then the character cannot die. Summonable, I'm sure that has. Like I say, it gets way more complicated. Essential means they don't die. Invulnerable means they can't get hurt. Probably used for children a lot is the invulnerable thing because they don't want you touching the children. Now, it looks a little complicated. I get it. Look, but you don't have to worry about things like scripts or any of these other type of things right now. So what I like to do is this, so that way I can see my character fairly well. So now, first thing we want to do is basic traits, right? So in this case, I want a female. All right, that's the very basic female right there. There's your basic, boring female template, but we're going to change her quite a bit. Now, there's different skins you can add. Again, not something you have to worry about. If you're going to be customizing your character, it's really not that big of a deal. Alignment is really not applicable at this point. The thing you will be dealing with later is factions, but we're not concerned with factions right now. Amanda is muscular, so we're going to make her a 7. Oh yeah, look, she looks a lot tougher now, right? Right, so she looks a little bit tougher. Let's make her, no, 7 is good. Thin, how thin do I want her? Now there seems to be a bit of a glitch with the thin thing, and you'll see when we come back, actually. Let's just say, it says thin, right? So it should make your character thinner. Alright, so we're just going to go 9. Look how thin she is. Oh my god. I'm going to fix that eventually anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So we've got the basic stuff. Before we can really get into complicated stuff, you actually need to save this character. So I got Amanda DeWitt. She's a female. Alright, so she's saved. There she is. Now she's on my editor ID because it's 0A. It's going to be on the top of the list in this case. So let's open her back and see. Look what happened to her. Look what happened to her. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know why it does that initially. It's very, very strange. But if you... She's a big girl. Amanda's a big girl. All that big girl. Okay. Let's change that. Let's go to 2. There we go. And now we go to... Now if I go to 6, see? Now it actually will stick. Okay? I don't know why it does that. It's always been kind of a glitch when you first start a character. You have things like that. So, right. So let's not worry about clothes right now. Let's not sweat the clothes. So what we're gonna do is character gen parts. All right. So now these are different things you can do to the faces. She's still, look at that. She's a chubby again. I'm sorry. That's so wrong. I apologize. Traits. Okay, we'll make her a 1 then. There you go. Will that do anything? Probably not. All right. Eventually it'll stick. I swear. It really does. So, God. Yeah, data. Let's see if I can make it stick for once. That would be nice. Let's make her a 8. Now, see, now it may stick. It might not. We're going to find out. In any event, yes, it is a buggy software. All right, so let's get to our character gen parts. And this is where you decide things like, she got big again. Fuck it, whatever. That doesn't work. It just doesn't work. All right, let's make her a 2 then. Maybe it'll... It can work. I don't know why it's not working. We're just going to go 2. All right. Oh... Had to be like this, right? All right, so we'll deal with the weight issue later. For now, let me focus on what we're actually trying to do here. We'll just teach you how to do one of these guys. So you got face tattoos. You can see face tattoos, lipstick, skin tints. Now, my particular, the Amanda character is a darker woman. So we're going to go with a darker woman color. Yeah, something like that, like a chocolate. She like a chocolate. It's not a bad thing. Don't hate. All right, so there we go. I think that's okay. Lipstick. Let's give her appropriate lipstick for her skin color, which is going to be, let's go with a dark brown. We got a golden brown, maybe. Golden brown. How's that look? All right, let's go with a custom color because I don't like it. I don't like it. All right, so we're gonna go with a custom color and we're gonna bring it down here, and I'm gonna take my. All right, let me slow that down. You have these presets right here that you can choose from, and it'll change appropriately, ideally, right? Brownish red actually looks pretty good, so we're gonna go with that. All right, sometimes you gotta click back on because it doesn't refresh properly. But I might actually go a little darker than that. So let me go back to my custom color. I'm going to select the color. I'm going to go down to her. Yeah, it's a little darker. We can turn it up a little bit by going with the face tinting value. Like any of these things that you add, you'll be able to. So let's go with some blemishes. I believe there's... Nope, no, we don't want splotches and stuff like that. She's pretty. So markings, I think it is. Freckles, yes, upper. So we just turn that up a little bit. And you see, you can see the freckles kind of popping in. Yeah, it takes a little bit, but and then you got to find just the right what you want for your character. In this case, I'm making a girl with freckles. All right, so we're gonna add some lower freckles. Well, she'll have freckles everywhere. Sometimes it takes a second to update too, but it'll get there. All right, so for hair color, we're going to go with, that's hair color and facial hair color for males. So if you're going to do a male, and she is a young character, so that's face complexion. Gives her a little bit of a shine to her face, as you see. Now for her hair color, we're going to go with a jet black. And she doesn't have facial hair, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, now, unfortunately, I hope they'll fix this, but The actual you'll notice I occasionally click on the head in order to get it back, because once you start doing something, it'll actually forget what you were working on. Now this cut mark here, I believe this is just the gore, probably a glitch of some sort. The gore from when you decapitate someone. All right, now that's a whole nother thing. So let's worry about hair now. Let's look at our hair options, shall we? All right. So and then I got to click on head in order to get it to update. I kind of like that look. It's kind of tight, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's right for her. And the way that works, you got this beehive, this lovely beehive. If you really want one of those. This one is crazy. Number 33. Boom, what is that? I don't even know. All right, so we're just gonna doop. No, not using that haircut. Oh. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing the arrow down once I've picked something. Now originally my Amanda had a mohawk. Now there's two different sorts of mohawks in this game. There is the, for lack of a better term, black girl mohawk, which means it's got, you know, it looks, you know, it's woolly. I guess the right word I'm looking for. As a couple of people I know have pointed out, the hairstyles and game customization are not very good when it comes to African American or whatever you want to, those of African heritage, I guess the best way to put it. Not a lot of options there. It's much better for white girls, as you can see from all the options here. Now that one's not bad, but then of course you'd have to have a weave, right? We're probably going to have to go with the weave look. I'm sorry. I'd love to give her a proper fro or some dreadlocks or some shit like that, but shit ain't happening. So I'm just going to go through these, blah, blah, blah. So boring. And just kind of find the one that you think works best for the character that you're trying to create. And then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. Let's go. You only got so many until... Oh, I'm going to go with that one because that looks kind of fierce. It's kind of fierce. Alright, so she has a face now. She's got some freckles. Maybe give her a little more makeup. Maybe, let's go with a lip liner. Sure. And I'm just going to bump that up to black lip liner. There we go. But I'm not sure I like that, though. Maybe we'll go with a dark brown. Is that going to look better? It's a little calmer. It's not quite as intense as the black there, right? Let me do another one of these. Now you can play around with this stuff. Really, I mean, there's a lot of options that you can go with. I'm gonna give her some eyeliner. There you go. It's not very dark though, so maybe I'll go with a little bit heavier eyeliner. If you try, once again, play with these different settings and see what works best for the character you're creating. Okay. We're just going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to remove that one because it's just in my way. Maybe I'll give her a little bit of eyeshadow. Yeah, let's do eyeshadow. Now they've got different sorts of eyeshadows. Some of them don't, you know, I'm looking for what you look. If you're looking for more traditional eyeshadow, that's, you know, not really much going on there. This is probably as close as you. Oops. Ah, what happened? Ah! No, what's going on? Stop it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're back here. I gotta click on my head again so I can rotate like this. Alright. Overall, I'm okay with that. In order to move the character around, you have left click mouse does this, and center mouse does this. And also, I think there's like... yeah, if you press space, you can get... It looks like it goes back and forth like that. Alright, so, okay, so that was middle click mouse. Alright, now, let's see. Is there anything else I want to add to her? Let me give her maybe some more powerful eyebrows or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go with thin rounded. Alright, we're going to just darken that up, hopefully. Boop. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, so there's her face, but I'm not entirely happy with this. Obviously, I want to fine-tune her. I want to make her look the way I want her to look. So where we go from here, I mean, you can play with this. There's a ton of different settings. You got scars, quite a few scars to choose from, actually. You can get broken nose, black eye, fat lip, all that shit. Pretty much whatever you want to do. All right, so now we get into the nitty gritty of character creation, which is dealing with individual elements of the face as you would in the game, but with a slightly different interface, right? So I'm going to play around. Now this is eyebrows full. Okay? So what happens when I move them is they move to the side, which looks kind of funny. So we're not going to do that. Like other times it actually makes a lot more sense. But in that case, that's what it does. So, all right, she looks kind of surprised. Let's bring him down a little bit and maybe arch up the edges here a little bit or bring down the center. But we'll deal with that as we go. In a lot of cases, rotate doesn't. I got to click on head. In a lot of cases, rotate doesn't seem to do much. Like I'm just like pulling it and dragging it, and wait, there's something. See? It takes a second, but there it goes. All right, so we're gonna go with that. So I want her to have a softer face. As you can see, like I mean, you can play with these buttons. So I'm just gonna play with this for a minute. All right, so and then you can increase the scale. There, which should increase the brow. Now, if we want to go to inner, I can pull and drag them away just like that. Really, it's very much like the main interface that you get when you do character creation. But I mean, you don't have the luxury of the pull and drag system that you have in the character creation system, which would be kind of nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and play with settings here until I find the look that I'm going with. All right, she looks stern. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. At this point, I'm okay with this. So what we need to do, I hope you enjoyed the little speed show and it wasn't too boring. What we need to do now is we need to get this girl some clothes. Come on now. Can't have her running around like that. Alright, so let me just save that real quick. Because although I haven't had a lot of problems with this crashing, you never know. It could always happen. All right, so what we do now for clothes, at least at this stage, and perhaps I'll show you how to make your own outfit. Okay, so what we have here is the way I think since Skyrim. It used to be you just put the clothes on them and they'd wear them, but that changed into outfits. I believe with Skyrim, but don't quote me on that. But I believe it was with Skyrim that they started doing it as outfits instead. So now we're going to look into our outfits. All right, so now these are all the different outfits. Now that I've clicked on it, I can just kind of scroll through them and try to find exactly the right one. Obviously, she wants something. We want something nice for her. But she's tough. She's a tough chick. So, okay, makes sense that blood bugs wouldn't work. All right, we don't need the guards. I will go back to thinning her out a bit because I think it's kind of screwy the way it works with the weight system. It's not especially helpful. So we need her to have something a little bit tougher. Now that's BOS, and she's not a BOS agent unless she took it off a BOS agent. So that's kind of cool, but it's still BOS or whatever. So you can kind of go through these different outfits and see what you think works best for your particular character. Now, if I wanted to make her taller or smaller, that's for kids. So the limitations they give you with kids, but I don't even know who Colette is. Do I remember Colette? I don't recall. All right, well, she's not going to be doing that. Oh yeah, this part is boring, and maybe I'll just fast forward. That's kind of cute. Let's try and find the one that's gonna suit her best. Oh, definitely that one. Definitely that one. That one's perfect. I don't even know what that's referencing, to tell you the truth. If you have any idea, please feel free to leave them in the comments. What exactly is that thing? No, she's not like that. Coral. It's like a fashion show every day. It's always a fashion show. And you got the typical, road outfit, and some clean clothes, some dirty clothes. Some clothes don't actually display the way they should. Like suits, they all look like brown suits, even though some are blue or black or beige. So you can't really see it. Hopefully they'll fix that and make that work properly again. But she's definitely not that type. I might have to make. Eventually, I'll probably end up making her her own outfit. Well, maybe I'll just show you how to do that. Let's do that, huh? Okay, let's just go over the outfit so we can do that. So where you want to go is items, outfits. Okay. Now these are the outfits that I've already created. This one has, for instance, this stuff in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go new. We're going to call it 0 Amanda outfit, right? Amanda outfit. All right. Now, in order to add to that outfit, we want to go to our armor. Okay. And let's see. Here's some railroad armor. Armored railroad coat. So I must be the railroad guys. So let's just take one of these. Why not? Let's do that one, since I'm not really sure exactly. And in this case, I'm going to look for a hat. So let's find a nice hat for her. And this is going to be all your different stuff here. All the different hats that fall into the category. So I actually don't know that I actually want her to have a hat. But so let's just say armor railroad, right? Now if I wanted to add a hat or some glasses or any other thing, I could certainly do that. So now what we're going to do is, now you can make it as complex or as simple as you want to, your outfit. I mean, there is the issue that it's stuck. So once again, okay, it's right up here, and it's 0 Amanda outfit. There we go. And I can change that to whatever I want. It will reflect on my character that I've worked on here. Then, okay, we'll just say okay to that. So let me see if I can make this thin thing happen again. Let's go with a 6. Let's go with a 7. Okay, and then we're going to save that. Then hopefully, if I don't touch it again, it won't change. No, there it goes. See, I don't know why it does that. It's so weird, you guys. I have some that work fine. Like, for instance, recently did the one that you saw a picture of real quick, Prostitute. She set it as a 1 for super skinny, and sure enough, she is super skinny. I don't know why it's like that with this, but it is what it is, right? So then I go back, and it's still there, and I don't know why. Maybe I need to close out the software or something. I'm not really sure. Or maybe it's the muscular thing throwing it off, you know? Let's try that, I guess. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not crazy about that outfit, so I'll probably change that, but you get the idea. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually put her in world, and then you can find her on the map. Now, I haven't told her anything to do yet, so likely she's just going to sit there like they always do. Maybe I'll show you. I'm going to put it with the rest of where I've been putting the rest of them, which is a location that will be in the game. That's right, I got the Cheers pub, and it's mine. If somebody else does the Cheers pub, use my mod instead, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure how that would work properly. But okay, so this is my cell view. Now what I did is I went to the location I want. These are interiors. You got recent cells, Commonwealth, Diamond City. Now these are all various locations in the world that you can get into your screen here. Now this is going to have a lot of noise, right? It does. It has a lot of noise. Now one thing you can do to make things a little bit better to work with is take off this for some reason. See these little bars? It like won't let you select things. So you actually want to work on a location. Now all these lines and everything are light markers and various markers throughout the game. You'll deal with that more. Let's just say this is where they enter and that's where they sit. You'll deal with that a little bit more when you get into building, buildings or whatever. So we're gonna go to view and take markers off so I can actually fucking see. What is this? Trash? Paper debris? Thought I got all paper debris. All right, well it's gone now. So what I did is I selected something and then I pressed delete and then it goes away. Now this is the current lighting in here. I got a couple of my characters already hanging out here. They don't do anything because I haven't told them what to do yet. So even though she will not be met in this location, we're just going to drop her right in here so I can have a good look at her. I don't know if she's actually on the ground. In this case, she is. We got lucky. A lot of times they're floating in the sky for some reason. Yeah, that outfit is not going to do, but you can see her in world. And then if you want to rotate her, you can. There's a couple of shortcuts. That takes a little bit of getting used to. Say I want to get her off the ground. I press Z. If I want to move her to the right, or to the left, or forward, or backwards on the XYZ axis. So say I go that one, and I go like that. Now that she's got this shadow down below, if I press page down, she'll actually, in theory, go to the floor. It almost never actually works that way, so we're going to press Z. That way I can control her and move her around like that. I'm going to press there. Okay, so now I can move her around in circles because I got the right axis. Alright, so there she is. We'll see her in world. And that's it for this part. Maybe I'll just show you the characters in world real quick. Okay, so we're headed into the location that I'm using to store all my people until I have decided exactly what to do with them. I don't want to give away too many spoilers on what my plans are. But I've done a lot of cleaning up in this place. A ton of it. What's going on? Everybody cool? Is everybody cool? Is everybody fine? Alright, so I've been working on this place. I haven't decided exactly... Ooh, that looks like a hole in the world. I'll have to fix that. In any event, there she is. I'm not sure if I like it, but... Oh, those work, though, for the glasses. That hair is crazy. I gotta... Is that the wig that comes with Gronak? Well, anyway, there she is, Amanda DeWitt. I'm going to have to work on her some more, but hey, you know, there she is, right. There's some of the other characters. I don't need to get into Nitzy. Like, right now, as of right now, they don't do anything. I'm not sure exactly what happened here. This is the pool room. Like I said, I've done a lot of cleaning. This place was filthy. It just had so much mess out of this barn.
Huh?
Did you not have face makeup on? Ah, you're supposed to have face makeup on. I'm gonna have to look at that. As a couple of people, I don't know. They don't quite match. Like, and this isn't the final version of this by any stretch of the imagination. So, you know, I've done a lot of cleanup. It looks like I missed the spot here. All right, and I'll probably get into all this at some point anyway. And because I've already been here, I think some of these things are just kind of stuck as is. Now this girl, I'll probably have to take the mod out and then put the mod back in, and then everybody will appear the way I want them to. Like, he's not wearing his hat. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. They're all very, very, very excited. As you can see, their proper hair color. There we go. Look at that. A couple of the characters. I'm not going to get into all the details, but let's just say that it should be pretty interesting, and that's got it. That hair is horrible. I have got to fix her hair. Oh well. Back to the drawing board. I kind of like the start of it, though. Yeah, it's a good start. Alright, that's it. That's everybody in game. Now, they don't do anything because I haven't told them to do anything. If I talk to them, they'll
Excuse
just...
me.
Huh?
The canned response, the...
Yes?
Yes? Hi?
Yeah?
Hi?
Hi.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Hey there.
Huh?
Yeah. Hi?
Hi there.
Yes?
Yes.
Hi. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's a... Until I give them lines, which I'll cover in future videos, I'm sure. Does this thing turn on? Or does my sound go all the way off? Hold on. It's probably for the best. Okay, guys, we're back. Well, she is voluptuous. I'm not sure if I want her that voluptuous. I might have to mess around with this some more. Maybe she's too muscular. But that hair has got to go! Oh my god, what's up with that hair? Maybe a couple more tints on the skin? Jeez! She looks good in Gronak, though. Holy cow. Hey, baby girl. What's up? Alright, that's enough of me perving it up. Alright, until my next tutorial, hope you enjoyed this one. You'll see all these characters in action at some point. I'll get to it, and we'll take care of that, and it should be nice. We'll see how it all plays out.